Hi guys, welcome to the Random Burrito and welcome to another pick a card reading. So it's Gemini season, my one of my favorite time of the year because it's my birthday season. We will be asking the cards, the universe, what are the two different sides of you? So Gemini is represented by the twins and Gemini people, we are comfortable with our duality. So let's ask the cards, what are the dualities and what are the two sides of you that you embody with or without knowing it? So, as usual, feel free to pause the video, take a look at the cards, see which one maybe ignites a certain memory or sparks a certain feeling. And once you've chosen your card, just click in the description box below to go to your reading. All right? So just choose a pile and see you in your reading. So if you chose the first card, the Knight of Wands, then this is your reading. Again, we're asking the universe, what are the two different sides of you, the two personas that exist in you? Let's start first with tarot. We have the Page of Cups. We have the King of Wands. We have the Moon. And lastly, we have the Eight of Swords. So, group one, I can see that on one hand, you are this light, bubbly, life of the party kind of character. The Page of Cups is about enthusiasm, finding something new, a new budding talent. While the King of Wands, this is the card of Leo. Leo being, the life of the party, the sun, the world the universe revolves around them and they know it, they love it, they bask in that vitality, in that kind of energy. On the other side of you, we have the Moon and the Eight of Swords. You are not as confident as people seem. You are not that sure of yourself. There's a certain anxiety, there's a certain confusion, there's a certain sadness that you try to mask from the world. And with the Moon, it tells me that, there are times where you second guess yourself. There are times when you want to listen to your intuition, but logic dictates that no, it's not possible. So, you have this two personas. One wherein you project that everything is okay, I'm fine, everything's joyful, it's exciting, everything is brand new. But deep inside, you're really doubting yourself. You don't know what really is going on. You're not sure what you're doing even. There's a lot of doubts and there are times when you just feel trapped in your situation, and that kinds of it gives you this feeling of sadness, some sort of longing, to be anywhere but where you are. So I can see that this is the push and pull that you kind of have every day. On good days, you're this. On other days, this is what you gravitate towards, and that's perfectly okay. It's important that we know that we have these different sides of us because it allows us to embrace the shadow and the light, the duality in us. So let's see what your oracle cards have to say in addition to that. We have child, wounded, and we have gossip. Interesting. So based on what I see here, with the child wounded, I can see that there are some childhood wounds that you're still in the process of healing. You may not even know that they are there. Perhaps you weren't held, or the people around you, your loved ones, may not have been that affectionate towards you, and it gave you some trust issues or some self-esteem issues. And with gossip, I can see that you thrive in observing drama. You thrive in this kind of culture where the more that you're talked about, the more tea that's spilled, the more exciting your life would be. So these are patterns, these are traits, these are things that the universe wants you to be aware of. You may already be aware of them already. You're just not, putting too much effort in recognizing them. But this is your message for today. So do what you will with these messages. And, I'm not here to preach or offer advice, but all I can say is that embrace the dualities of you and ponder on what still serves you and what doesn't. There's a time for release, there's a time for accepting, there's a time to draw boundaries. And that's your message for today, my Power One people. I hope you enjoyed and see you in our next video. Bye bye. If you chose card number 2, the Knight of Swords, then this is your reading. Again, we're asking the universe, the world, the cards, what are the two different sides of you? What are the dualities inside you? We have the Fool. We have Death. We have the Sun. And we have the Eight of Wands. Alright, based from what I see here, I can see that one side of you loves to take new chapters slowly and surely, but there's also another side of you that's just joyfully reckless. So with the Fool and Death card, they're all about new beginnings. The Fool, it's a bit of an eccentric kind of energy. There's a fine line between bravery and stupidity, and the Fool just straddles between those two extremes. And with Death, this is like the slow getting over of things in order to release the old you and to welcome the new you. And with the Sun and the Eight of Wands, this is more about seeking clarity, finding joy, and the Eight of Wands is more about swift energy. So I can see that the Fool and the Eight of Wands, they sort of mirror each other in a sense that when you want change, when you want something new, when you feel stagnant, you want instantaneous change. You want things to happen overnight, if possible. There's just a very speedy or hasty energy about you. You want things done. You want things done quickly. But the other side of you wants to make sure that you look before you leap. The Sun is not just about joy, it's about clarity, all right? When the sun is up, you see everything. And so one part of you wants things to be stable first. You want to know where you're what you're getting into before you fully commit to it, So there's that one side of you that's reckless. The other side of you that wants to take it a bit slow, to look before you leap. All right, so that's the kind of energy, the dual energy that you're giving off. On one side, you're quite spontaneous, you're quite adventurous, reckless even. On the other side, you're more thought out, you're more careful. When you want changes, when you do welcome changes, you want to know what you're signing up for. All right, so there's an element of being sure, being secure first before you commit. And sometimes that can be confusing, not just to other people but to you. So that's the dualities that I see in you, my group 2 people. Let's see what additional insight we get from our oracle cards. Okay, we have Visionary and we have Artist. Again, both are exuding Fool and Death energy. And based from what I see here, Visionary, you have a clear vision of what the future is. And this vision, this is something only you can see. Very Fool, very eccentric energy. And, sometimes it's scary. Sometimes other people don't buy in to your idea of what the future is, but it's there. And I can sense some determination in you guys. And one way or another, you will find a way to see through it, whether it's through quick means or through slower means. One way or another, you're out to finish what you started. All right, really great reading, a great energy that I'm sensing here. Thank you so much, my group 2 people, and I hope you enjoyed this reading and see you in our next videos. Bye-bye. If it shows card number 3, the Knight of Chalices, then this is your reading. So what are the dualities existing in you? All right, we have the 6 of Coins, or the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Wands. We have the 9 of Cups. I'm sorry, the 9 of Coins, rather. And lastly, we have Justice. All right, based on what I see here, one side of you is a very humanitarian, kind of charitable person. The other side of you is kind of a lone wolf, very fair and stern persona. So the 6 and the 9 of Pentacles, or the 9 of Coins, these are cards that give off generous, abundant energy. With the 6 of Coins and the 9 of Coins, you see the person or the people here depicted here are kind of being open, being available for others, in harmony, and almost in service for others. They're able to provide not just resources, but their time, effort for the people around them, for the people they love. You have an altruistic or a selfless side to you. With the 3 of Wands and the Justice card, I can sense that when you're alone, you can still do everything that you need to do. In fact, there's a side of you that wants to, carry all the burden for yourself. You don't want to share the burden. There's a side of you that wants to not inconvenience the people around you. And you just want harmony. You just want everyone to go along, and as long as everyone around you are doing okay, doing well, you could care less of what's going on with you, with your personal life. And that's very admirable of you. But when you try to distance yourself or isolate yourself while being this charitable or hospitable, altruistic figure, it really paints an enigma out of you. And some of you may enjoy it. It may even benefit you. But for others, especially for the people around you, that can be quite confusing. All right? And especially with the Justice card, I can see that even though you do help the people around you, there's a part of you that silently judges who are deserving of your help. There's a side of you that secretly wishes that, maybe they should have helped themselves first before they ask for help. I'm sensing that about you. So I think those are all valid feelings. Those are all valid thoughts. Doesn't make you a bad person. But those are the dualities that I see in you. And let's see what the Oracle cards have to say in addition to that. All right, we have Gambler and Warrior. All right. So with the Gambler, I see that, you want to take your chances. You want to take your chances in people, Will this person betray me? Will this person pay my money back if I lend them this? You don't care, or you care, but it's not on top of your priority list. What you care most is that you do your thing. You do your thing to help people. And with Warrior and Justice, I can see that you have a firm set of beliefs. You have a strong moral code. And even though you try to help as many people as you can, you try to make yourself as available as you can, there are just boundaries. There are qualities that you just don't stand for, And you have a firm set of beliefs that you stick to, which is honestly, in this day, especially in this day and age, really admirable. So that's the duality that I see in you, my group 3 people. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I hope you stay tuned. You watch the channel for our next videos. Bye-bye. If it shows card number 4, the Knight of Discs, then this is your reading. We're asking, what are the dualities inside you, the two sides of you? All right, start with Tarot. We have the Hermit. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Lovers. And lastly, we have the Seven of Wands. All right, I can see that you guys, a part of you is comfortable being alone. Part of you is comfortable being content knowing what you know. And you are content with helping people the way that you can, the way that you do. The other side of you, very social, very much wants to be pushed to the limit of what they can do, and overall just want to put yourself out there, put your thoughts out there, communicate with new people, up for exciting things, right? So with a hermit and lovers, both of these cards, this is representative of Virgo, the lover is representative of Gemini. Both cards are ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is by itself dual nature, one part extrovert, one part introvert. And it is this duality that already exists in you. You may already even be aware of it, you know. There are times when you just want to retreat in your shell, you know, just Netflix and chill, just be unbothered. But there's also a side of you that's like, you know what, I could do well in a social setting. I could go out and make new friends and, you know, challenge myself socially. And it's that push and pull that you always have in you. Most people really don't get it. Most people are bothered by it. But for some of you, you're comfortable with it. You know how to ride the ebb and flow of your mood, of your temperament. And that's something really great about you, in my opinion. So let's see what other info we can get from your oracle cards. We have victim. And lastly, we have scribe. All right. So what I'm seeing here, right now, what's more dominant are your passive traits. The side of you that wants to observe, the side of you that is more reactive than proactive. And that could be because the last time you went out and expended energy, maybe it was not met with positive response. Maybe the last time you went out to socialize, you know, when you were sharing something, you were not given attention to. Maybe you were ignored or something like that. So you take a back seat in life in general and observe, write things down, you know, ponder on maybe what you did wrong. But with the shifts going on in our universe, in our time right now, you will soon get out of this funk. You will soon shift to a more active role. And I do hope you find that right time and the courage to do so. So that's your reading, my pile 4 people. I hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you in our future ones. Bye-bye.